Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently...
I would like to eventually...
Bravo team went to the hideout of the group
the DS version
and
of this.
disappeared.
Because I know, you know, this game came out, then the North American version made changes, then Director's Cut made changes, then, I believe, you know, they had the remake. It's a totally different game, basically. And then the DS version is this, but with more changes.
It was Bravo team's helicopter.
So I'm
Nobody
curious to
was
see
in
how
it.
those changes would
But
go
strangely,
and,
most of the equipment
adjust the
was still there.
experience. Because I feel like the Director's
However, we
Cut
soon discovered
pre-Dual
why.
Shock is almost like a perfect experience for this game. And to people unfamiliar with the older Resident Evils, this shit is pure cheeseball B-movie. And that's really endearing. Oh, good morning, Punk. How are you? I was trying to test out if Final Fantasy VII Remake is the thing I could stream, and my rig said no. Fuck you. So I figured for like an hour or so, just throw on RE1. It's easy and comfortable. I'm trying to stress test the limits of what I can do. So far, PS2 emulator seems to be fine. Game is quite louder than me. Good to know. Tell me if it's any better now. It's looking kind of low on my meters, but I don't trust those. I also moved my mic, so I might be talking into the side of it. Let me know if that's better too now. I have to watch this cheesy B-movie intro.
There are only 3 STARS members left now.
Yeah, Resident Evil now is like... It went from being a big-budget action movie to being like an A24 horror movie. This is a B-movie, though.
Chris Redfield.
They had to put cutscenes over him because he smokes a cigarette.
Jill Valentine.
This is the greatest cutscene ever made.
Barry Burton.
Look at these fucking people.
Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker.
Man, it's so much product in his hair.
Resident Evil.
So now that I know Final Fantasy VII Remake won't work, I gotta see and start chipping away at games that are slightly less intensive than that. See where the line is.
Barry, where's Barry? Well,
I'm running this through DuckStation too, so it looks slightly better than it would on an actual PS1. But I still think it looks kind of shitty, and that's perfect.
What is that?
There are some mods to the PC version of this where they upscale all the backgrounds and shit to try to make it look a little nicer. And I think it makes the game look much more fake and kind of takes away. I think having this right here is a good middle ground. So Chris doesn't have Barry with him, obviously, so he doesn't have to wait and do all the cutscenes like Jill does to Barry. We're never going to bother with that knife. But I do want to point out a little bit of game design when they're talking about people have problems with tank controls. Yeah, paying homage to the OG with the scuff. That was, yup. So this area they give you right here, though, this dining room, is basically a big racetrack, a big running track, for you to get used to the tank controls at the very beginning of the game, before you encounter any nonsense. And it has all these little obstacles you don't even notice, like this, or these pillars here, that come up in the middle of the camera shift. And they gave you multiple camera angles to adjust as you're running. This clock here is another. So this is basically built to be a training ground where you can spend as much time here as you want to get used to the tank controls before you have to use them in life or death situations. To get used to adjusting. Knowing like when the camera changes and whatnot. And I don't think a lot of people know about this, even though it's the first room you see. Pretty intuitive, right? Now even this spot right here is your first trap, right? You immediately have a 50-50 where you could go. Most people immediately go that way anyway, because that's what's closest to you. But if you were to even come up here, everything's locked, you can't do anything. But it's showing you it's a dead end. So you only have the one spot to go where you get your tutorial monster. We're going to try to do something really stupid first, because I want to show off a little bit, but it probably won't work. But you saw the way that hallway was laid out. Can I do it? Oh, I'm going to get bit. He only has the one, right? Oh, I got two. Okay, I got bit. Sometimes if you're quick, you can pick up the bullets before that guy bites you and then turn around and yeet. But Chris is beefy, he can take the hit. So now if you're panicking from that enemy, you know this door I just came out of is the, you know it's unlocked. But even if you didn't check that hallway up there, that's your first stumbling point at the beginning of the game before you get far and you get fucked. Where if you panic and keep running, you'll get yourself caught. But even then, it's an enemy that's weak enough where if it bites you once or twice, you can run past it. I don't know if we should take that yet. If I was Jill, I could take that frame 1 and come back, because she could play the piano, but Chris can't. Yeah, I feel like almost every room in this game is laid out to accomplish a specific kind of goal. And they were really clever with how all that shit works together. Whether it's enemy placement, item placement, the camera angle they chose, all that kind of stuff. But hey, we'll take Jill's gun, because for some reason we don't start with one. So if I remember correctly, this is locked, right? Yup. I could come in here, but I don't have the lockpick, so this is as far as I can go. It's funny too, because if you let the game sit long enough on the title screen, it has an attract mode. And one of the attract mode screens is pushing this thing to get the map. So even if you had no idea, you would eventually run into that attract mode and be like, oh yeah, so that's a thing I can do. Now I can understand how pushing things works. Also given to you in a safe room to experiment. There's really no reason to go in here. I think there's just an ink ribbon. Or we'll show off, yeah. He's seen better days. Oh, never mind. I didn't know we could do that. Yeah, we don't care about ink ribbons. Can we get back around him is the question. Wow, okay, I didn't know you could do that. I thought it was you had to either kill him or take the bite. Cool, cool, cool. Now this door is locked. Chris has a whole extra key that Jill doesn't have to worry about. Plus he has 2 less item slots, and one of them is usually taken up by something else. Oh no, it's a dog. How many people knew about that? Director's Cut made it where if you do that, a dog jumps out. So Chris has 2 options right now. He can either go upstairs and explore, or he can come back in here, but even if he comes back in here, there's really nothing he can do yet. You're kind of just pushed upstairs. Because all I can do right now is I can take that crest, but the door to play the piano is locked with the sword key, as well as locked behind inability to play piano. Chris's game is a little more railroaded, but that's kind of by design. Jill has more items, but she also has Barry saving her ass for a little bit. Or more areas to go, I should say, not items. Although she has that too. In fact, if you were playing Jill, you can come right out here and get the best weapon in the game. Or the most useful. So, Chris's mechanic is small keys, because he doesn't have a lockpick. You have to carry those keys around to get into things like desks that Jill would use the lockpick to open up. Also, Jill would come out here and get a bazooka immediately, which is like your ride or die weapon for the whole game. Chris doesn't get that, so he has to fight harder. So if I don't bother this guy, he won't wake up, but... Oh, Forrest. Oh, he doesn't wake up. I'm getting confused with Director's Cut. It's been a while. Director's Cut is when he gets up and walks around. But the enemy, regardless, will never be activated unless you click on him. You learned something really cool or dumb when I show games off? Yeah. It's the power of neurodivergence, I guess. You hyperfixate on dumb things and know a lot about them that you have to tell people. So this is a little tutorial area, too. No, it's not. I went to the wrong one. We're going to do that in a minute, but... all roads will lead to that hallway. I want to go this way first, because... this spot here... is your first real trap. So, you see this part here, I'm going to pause for a minute, because it's a time. There is a zombie on either side of this big circle. It's above the dining room you were first in, where it showed you could run around the table. There's an enemy on either side, and there's a statue here. Now, if you don't hurry up, the zombies are going to hit you on both ends. You gotta deal with one of them. Oh, he's still alive? No, he's not. Okay. The statue slows you down and lets the other guy catch up. You have just enough time. See how close he is already? So if you're fucking around with the statue and shooting the enemy, or like not picking a lane, that guy will have time to come all the way around, and then you're stuck and they're gonna gang up on you. You could also just dodge right past them and not even mess with the statue if you wanted to. This hallway. Let's see. Oh, I fucked up already. Let me reset the room. I want to see if I can get through this room without getting hit. Probably not. This is another low-stakes room where you still have time because you're railroaded this way to get used to the controls. I already got puked on. Alright. So those guys there don't grab. They puke. And that's... I didn't know this originally, is because anywhere with, like, railings and stairs and things, they're afraid that if the zombie bites you, it's gonna jank up the game. Like, it'll move you into spots you're not supposed to be or put you out of bounds. So the way they got around that was just having zombies that puke.
What is it?
Didn't know that for years. Every zombie was like, oh no, is it gonna puke or grab?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
So Rebecca kind of sucks in this game.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca.
Whereas in the Jill
Oh,
game,
newcomer.
Barry's your
I just
partner and he
joined
always
the
comes and
Stars
saves your
Bravo
ass
team
when you
last
need
month.
help. Like if
Well,
you fall into like
I'm
traps.
sorry. Are you all
With the
right?
Chris campaign, it's the other way around. You have to worry about keeping Rebecca alive when you're dealing with her,
Are you the only
because you're
person
too
here from
stupid
the
to do
colony?
things like mix stuff and play the
Well,
piano and do
because
things
the
like that.
helicopter made a forced
So you need her to
landing.
do it for
I
you.
just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
yes, sir.
Also, funny thing I like about this game and Metal Gear Solid,
But
the characters
it's
can't be
strange.
expressive, like their
I
mouths don't
serviced
move and
the
their faces don't
helicopter
change.
recently, but something
So they
went wrong
have
with the
certain
engine.
body
It was
language
such a
that they all
short
use,
flight.
certain animations. And that's why they're so emotive with their hands and their arms swaying. Yeah, let's get rid of this knife. If I was a really cool Chris player, which I'm not, actually let's get rid of the first aid spray too. There's a lot of spots where to free up inventory, you just won't bother carrying a gun. But I'm gonna play it a little safe. Also, while we're here, I might as well just make a save state just in case.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
So there's a couple of choices like this, and I think they affect what scenarios happen, and that changes things in the game, but I don't remember what any of them are for Chris. Yeah, whatever,
All
I'll take
right,
her with us.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
She doesn't even want to come with me. I do have a nice amount of bullets in my inventory. Nice. Oh, I got caught. Yeah, see, my controls aren't too crispy, but I'm rusty AF. Chris could take a little more damage than Jill, though, so he's, it'll be a while. Yup. Another trap. Okay, that guy's dead. Cool. Now that was locked from the back before. Look where we are. Oh, I should probably check this key. I'm so used to not even bothering because I already know what they are, but this is also one of the few, they took this out of later games, but you can move these things around in like full 3D and like look at them. See, like the back of the key, nothing important, but the front, oh, it's a sword key. There's only a little bit of need to do this in this game. I kind of wish there was more because it's a cool thing. Yeah, let's do a thing real quick. That zombie's still alive. I didn't kill him. So now I broke that thing up, right? Now, if I remember right, Rebecca, I can get her now to play the piano, which would let me use this. But she has to practice, so it's a trap. If I pick this up early, I'm stuck with it. What I want is her to play the piano, and then I can come back later and swap them. This game is very good with the map about having things unlock in layers. So you'll start having multiple ways to get to different spots, and you have to start routing. Oh, well, this hallway had 3 zombies in it. Do I want to deal with that? Or, oh, if I don't carry bullets, I have to go this way instead of that way, but I need the inventory space. Like, the controls are almost baked in such a way, because now you're like, well, am I confident that I could run past 3 zombies without getting bit? It all works together very, very nicely. Of course it is. Public domain. Check this out. He's got no idea. I love that part.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play?
I love the idea that these people are in a dangerous environment where they don't know what's around. And they know there's monsters. And he's just like, why don't you just play this piano in this dead end of a room and attract attention? Also, the top of the piano is a flat JPEG. I don't know if you noticed.
Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little.
Take a shot every time somebody says,
Chris,
what is this?
May I practice for a while?
Yes, you need practice, because
Just
I need to get
relax
what's behind
and
that.
play.
All right.
Yeah, just relax. Stay here and play the attract attention. I don't remember what the trigger is that she has enough practice. I think you have to go a certain distance away or a certain amount of rooms or something. But we'll fuck around and come back. There's other things I could do. Oh, Punk, are you streaming today? Usually I wait till I have the shotgun to do that because it's kind of dangerous, but this guy seems to be, as long as you're quick, you always have like just enough right before he reaches you. Although I could just be getting lucky. I'm not going to read all these things. I know some people read them out loud, but I think that's kind of corny. I'm not a voice actor, but this is the best thing in the game. You could always pause the video later or just look it up on the internet. Keeper's Diary, classic. Shaving your head right now. Thursday or Friday are your regular stream days. Okay. People seem to like Thursdays, it seems. A lot of people stream on Thursday lately. And that's when Frank streams too. Yeah, Itchy Tasty, the sleeper agent words, yeah. It's like if you know nothing about this game, you'll know that. Alright, we'll take a trip back to the box. Normally you try to not pick certain things up until you need them. When you have clear up inventory with Chris, when you're trying to be streamlined about it, but I don't remember that route, so I'm just going to pick things up and go as I go. But yeah, normally you'd come through this whole spot, you'd kill the zombies, activate Rebecca, come back to the box first, and then sweep back through. I think, but yeah, front-loading the work schedule is smart. I like that, because then it's like, yeah, I'm done for the week. I could chill. When you have the gaps, it stretches the whole week out. It's like you can't even just rest. You'll get like, oh, I'm off today, but I gotta go right back to work tomorrow. We don't need shotgun shells yet. I probably don't even really need the small key, but you never know. Now, do we want to go back up or do we want to go around? We'll go down. We'll stay downstairs for now. See, it's easier to dodge these zombies for me. Except for that one. See? It's always about you just gotta be quick and decisive. The longer you fuck around... Yup, now I'm in danger. Well, I'm not going back to the box, so YOLO. Yeah, the snappier and more decisive you are with your movements. As you get comfortable with the controls, the easier it is to not get bit. Which means the less you have to worry about healing or ammo, because you wouldn't need to kill enemies or heal. Which means you have more inventory space freed up to quickly do these things. It's very brilliant. Alright, she's still practicing. Yeah, people look at stuff like these tank controls or these camera angles as being clunky. But they're like part of the game design. They had a very limited scope of a game, and they were like, how do we make this work? All the enemies are designed in such a way where you can run around them if you're careful. The amount of damage they do, everything about it is very carefully laid out. I'm gonna have to go find some weed or actually start shooting things instead of running behind them. Chris's game, he gets less ammo, and he doesn't get the bazooka, which means he spends more shotgun shells killing things later. So he can't just use the shotgun to kill every zombie he runs into. So you end up using the handgun more. You gotta be a little more frugal, but I think we can blow some bullets. I'd rather blow bullets than die. Or actually, you know what we'll do? Oh, the zombie's walking, so... I'll make a save state here. We'll try to be cheeky. If I get bit, I'll just, reload the save and then shoot things. Uh-oh, wrong door. Oh! Alright. I'm gonna try that one more time, but... I love that death screen. You died. RE2's is great. It has, special animations for everything that kills you. Or almost everything. But there's something about, no. Alright. I'll run past the first guy and kill the second guy. Yeah, everything in RE2 has a, specific death animation. Which is nice, but something about RE1's just being your corpse on the floor and it just says you died. Very fun. Oh, you see the auto-aim? Let me know that that zombie was still alive. Dude is taking bullets. And he's still alive. Jeez Louise. Yeah, auto-aim is even important in this game because, oh, let me give you a rare opportunity to see your reload animation. Because you usually do it from the menu. This is what teaches you how weed works. I'm going to get back to the auto-aim in a minute, but I do want to point out a very funny thing Resident Evil-wise. This book, one of the first books you pick up in the very first game, tells you that the herbs, like the green herb and the red herb and all that, they are herbs that specifically grow around the Raccoon Mountains. And that's why you can find these weird plants that give you health benefits. These things are very specific and have medicinal herbs and only grow in this area, which is a really funny lore reason to have an item in your game, and it's kind of cool and clever that they did that. And then every single Resident Evil game that does not take place in Raccoon City has these herbs, and they just hand wave that away. If you play Jill, you can come around the other way. That's why I had to unlock this door from the back. Actually, you know what? We'll come here and shoot you. The other guy's not aggroed yet. think that guy on my feet is still alive, too. No, okay. Thank God. Oh, I didn't even know he was there. Alright. Good shit, game. I don't think there's a zombie there when you play Jill. He's still alive. You see how quick that other guy sped up to me, though? That was dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, Funk. This game's very, very intentional, which is very interesting to me. The Resident Evil games in general, especially like the these types, like the tank control ones, are really good about that, which is why I like them so much. But this one especially feels like they had every T crossed and I dotted. The thing I wanted to say before, oh, you see how now I'm not auto-aiming at the other guy that we already know is there? That's because he's not aggroed yet. The auto-aim was in this original by default in the Japanese version. And it was part of your toolkit. You saw how, like, that enemy, I dropped him. I didn't know if he was dead yet because I can't see the blood. So I turned around and auto-aimed to see if I snapped back to him. Things like that are built right in, where you're like, okay, I can quickly auto-aim and get information I need. Or even there might be if I came from this way. Oh, now he's aggroed. Certain amount of noise or a certain amount of distance to him is what activates. Auto-aim will not, if an enemy's not coming at you, like attacking you, the auto-aim won't affect them. But, you know, if they're not activated, if they're just standing still. But if I was, say, playing as Jill and I came up this hallway, this way, instead of coming here and having to stop and turn to shoot that guy that was up here, they're placed in such a way where I would run over, hit the auto-aim, and it would automatically snap to him. So I don't actually need to go down that hallway over there, but is this open? This needs a different key. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that guy up there. See how quick I'm chewing through those bullets now? So... Haha! Oh, I need that weed. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, I got lucky. So, the early games have really good design like that. I feel like even like RE4, RE5 and all that did, but they were a different type of game, so they didn't really have to be that way about it, I guess if you could say. They had a little more room for leeway because they were action games. 6 was a fucking mess, but who cares because it was 6. It's whatever. I feel like a lot of the side games, like Revelations and shit, they didn't have that tight design. RE Revelations 1, I think, is really fucking bad. It does a lot. It does basically what this game wants to do, but makes all the mistakes that this game doesn't. Like, this game, you see everything kind of looks similar. Like, it's all the same walls, same floors. So the way they differentiate, so you always remember what room you're in, is the camera angle. Like, how many rooms are you going to be in that have a typewriter and a box with a wood floor? So you'll start remembering, because they'll have different camera angles, that they're different rooms, almost subconsciously. Whereas Revelations 1, it's a third-person behind-the-shoulder game, so it just looks like everything you're walking through, same hallways, same rooms, same everything. But, as the series goes on, like RE7, RE8, I don't really fuck with those games. I don't really like the first-person games, so I can't tell you if that design's as tight. I know RE7 was a game that really annoyed me, but I don't know if that was just because I didn't like the type of game or how it was designed. But anything that's not a Resident Evil game that tries to do this, the X-Files game, the Evil Dead game, the Vampire Hunter D game, fucking any of that, if it's not Resident Evil and it's trying to do Resident Evil, they have terrible fucking design with those things. Those are the games where you're like, I hate these controls, I hate this camera, these enemies are bullshit. That's because they didn't realize what they were working with. They just knew that's how it's done. Make one of those. And, you know, we'll take Silent Hill out of that. Silent Hill's another whole ball where they're really, really good at making things clunky on purpose. But that's something I'd have to play and show off. Let's see if I can get around this guy or if I get hit. I'm gonna have to eat this fucking herb. Oh, I ran right into him. The NES Splatterhouse, that Famicom Splatterhouse? You mean, what is it, Wampaku Graffiti or whatever? Yo, I wouldn't even say that the old Resident Evil was... Okay, let me just kill him. Actually, here's a little bit of player agency chat. Am I going to kill this zombie and waste the bullets, or am I going to use the herb and then he bites me? Yeah, Wampaku Graffiti was kind of cool. I want to play more of it. I really, really like Splatterhouse. So, Splatterhouse 1, Splatterhouse 2, I liked those a lot. The 360 game, even though that's not fantastic. Alright, we'll just kill this zombie. I'm going to be in and out of here repeatedly anyway. Oh, you're adding it to the suggestion? Oh, it's locked. I can't even go this way yet. Alright, so I completely wasted all my time just now doing that. I need to go back the front way. I'll actually, yeah, I'll play Wampaku Graffiti, maybe next time I stream then. I was trying to do a gimmicky thing where if people are patrons or subs or whatever, they get moved to the top of the list. But you're already on the top of the list anyway, because you're the only one. I fucked up. And also, I think you are a patron, or you were a patron for a very long time anyway, so I'm just gonna give you that. Put that in as a discount. So I didn't even kill that guy. I thought I did. Which means this moron's still alive, right? Oh, it's just... Okay, never mind. He just moved. Yeah, I'll be honest. There was a long time. I was about to shut the Patreon off and everything. Because I was like, I don't have time to do anything. I feel bad people are still donating. But, I think now it'll be alright. I should look at it again, though, and get caught up. I didn't think I was ever going to come back to streaming and shit. I was just never I was never in the mood for it. But, after SawCon, I don't know. I was talking to, like, Frank and Butler and all that. Everybody was, like, really like, yeah, I'm revitalized. I really want to do more shit. And then that kind of lit a fire under mine. And my friend Jamal was streaming some Resident Evil shit. Okay, wow, I can get rid of the key now. We are not going that way yet, though. Yeah, I got that bug in a big bad way. Let's see if Rebecca's done with the piano yet, now that I went to the other side of the house. If not, I gotta pass a box anyway. Still haven't used that small key I picked up. Yeah, my friend Joe Miles streams Resident Evil games, as you've seen on that the compilation. So randomly, he hasn't been streaming either recently. He the other day was like, "Oh, I feel like streaming, whatever."
Chris!
So I was like, "Cool, I'll watch." And then we had like a lot of fun, like a lot of clips and stuff came out of it, and we were laughing.
You like it?
And then I was like, "Damn, I kind of want to stream too." Like, and that was like right after SawCon, so. We'll see if it sticks. It could just be that I have a lot of free time right now, so I'm not burned out.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, the theming? Thank you. I wanted to do something like this for a while, but I didn't know
What
how.
is that?
It's like when I used to have the, Oh, I can't even do this. I have to eat the herb. So much for being frugal. I forgot I need 2 slots because I got to pick one up first. I was trying to wait until I could combine that with a red, but... Yeah, when I used to wear, like, the shirt and the tie, this was supposed to be the gimmick, like a news desk. But then, when I first, the other day, was, trying to stream with, my buddy
Are
MCAN,
you alright?
Mega, he, the footage got fucked up, and that's what started me testing. So it was like all JPEG, then I had to shrink it so that it would look decent enough to see. So the gimmick I had was I used this background I had laying around, and then it just all fell into place. I was like, oh, I can put the ping tuber here. Everything will work. I'm glad that you and the missus think it's cool, because that tells you I'm doing something right. I don't trust that. We're gonna run past that guy, but... Run wide? No. Oh shit, it worked! Damn. No double bite. Okay, I have to kill them when I come back through. Alright, so I'm going to try this once, and then I'm going to not be able to do it, and I'm just going to explain what it is, but... Let me make a save state. If you run past this spot where this plant, these vines are, it whips you and knocks you back. And I think, if you're in danger, it can kill you, like it'll wrap around your neck, but only if you're facing a certain direction. So you're supposed to grab this fertilizer. Not fertilizer. It's a chemical that actually does the opposite of fertilizer. My bad. It's the fucking earth bag. You're supposed to drop that in there and kill the plant so you can run by. But, if I remember, there's a certain angle. No, it's not working. Maybe it's walk backwards, it's not run. I'll try it, hold up. Or is it running? Alright. I don't know what it is, but you can run through that plant and it'll keep whacking you and pushing you in the wrong direction. So you can get the key before you need to do this part. Yeah, weed baggies with earth on them. I was thinking that too. I'm glad that we're cooking on the same wavelength, because I would absolutely love to make a sticker and stick that on some baggies or something. But yeah, you can normally skip that whole spot with getting the earth bag. Come here and get this key early, and it's a sequence break. See, this game's kind of like a Metroidvania, right? We got movement, we got sequence breaks. This room, though, has like a billion fucking plants in it. We're just gonna eat a little bit of weed for now, but... if I need to later. Yeah, what are there? 4 green plants in here? I'll leave 2 green and 2 red. If I need to heal later, I'll come back and grab these, but I don't have the inventory for them now. Still carrying around that fucking small key I should have dropped. Oh, his arm came off. Cool, cool, cool. I think that second guy is still alive. No, he's not. He's fucking... Oh, he was still alive! The sneak attack, you motherfucker! Well, that's cool. You get to see the ground pound. This one's still alive, too, yo. Dickheads. If you pump a zombie full of lead, and you have him 1 bullet left will fucking kill him, and you leave the room and come back, his health comes back. So if you're gonna invest in fucking shooting a zombie, you better make sure it's dead. Unless you're just going to fucking shoot it twice and run past it. Now I can get the shotgun, I think. Yes. But you see how the map opens up a little bit, and then you get another key, and then it opens up a little bit more where you got all these doors to explore? You know, kind of like in Metroid when you get missiles, and then super missiles, and then bombs. Yes, we'll take that broken shotgun. Jill doesn't even need to interact with that item. Finally. It's very important with Chris to use those small keys to try to get ammo. Because he does not get as much ammo, and because he does not have the bazooka, he needs to spend more ammo. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm rusty as fuck. Oh, I should put that crest back in the, Yup. I gotta run through this hallway one more time. Nope! Okay, I guess I'll go this way instead. Ah, almost. This game has the privilege of being the only game in the classic RE series where you don't limp when you're in danger. So you don't have to worry about your, becoming sluggish and having trouble moving around. But you also have no idea when you're about to die unless you check or count hits. And you can't even count hits, really, because it's not always exact. I'll come here and get this crest that we don't need real quick, and then, go get a shotgun, maybe. Yeah, we're finally doing this, whereas, like, if I was playing Jill, this would have been, like, the first puzzle I did. I think that's kind of cool. You toggle a couple of little switches, make things work a little different between two characters. Use the same exact map, you don't even have to change the, item placement. Alright, now I can go to so many doors. With the shield and the armor key right now, almost everything in the mansion is available to me. I don't think there's any reason to go in this room, really. Like, I'm gonna spend these bullets on the zombie in this room. You know, maybe we come back here later. Hey, it's that famous part. You ready, chat? You ready, punk? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Alright, fuck off. Check out our character models. You know, somebody put this here because they were really, really proud of these characters that they made. And they're like, we need one good spot where we can show this off. I also think that after you first go through that hallway and you're freaking out and panicking, this is where you like stop and take your breather. You're like, oh fuck, damn, what was that? Actually, I don't think I have a reason to come out here. I think my inventory is full. Yeah, well, wait. We'll come out there later. Because you get to shoot all those dogs. John Handgun style. This game gives you so many fucking healing items. So that you have like a little bit of a cushion if you get fucked. But the longer you play, the more you're like, I don't need that shit. So if I stop and I go and I pick up every fucking herb and I combine every red and green and I put them all in the box, by the end of the game I'll be sitting pretty because I'm not constantly using them. So you kind of get to play your own, adjust your own difficulty. Do I want to stop and get the herbs? Do I want to empty out my inventory and go back and pick them up? Do I want to just leave them because fuck it? The dogs are the second most noticeable jump scare. Yeah. The Jason Whoosh. People sleep on the Jason Whoosh. That's probably the only scary thing in that whole game. And that's Friday the 13th. That game's funny too, because that game doesn't, like, Jason's like fucking magenta. So it's like, that shit's not gonna be scary, dog, but they do it. They make the fact that Jason could just beat you to death instantly. If you don't know what you're doing, they make that the scary part. You're like, oh fuck, he's here. Wait, hold on a minute. I got an auto mod. Ooh, my first auto mod I get to play with. Midnight Mystery Super Solvers on an old PC. I've never heard of that. Sex-based terms? Yes! I'm gonna allow it. It's because you said the robots appearing on the screen used to fuck you off, and auto-modded that as sex-based. Oh man, we're going prude mode. I have to go back and look and check if that popped up in my regular Twitch chat while it was auto-modded or not. I don't think I've heard of that game though. Should I check that one out too? So this is the shotgun trap. And if you play Jill and you come here before picking up the bazooka, Barry will save you from this trap. So you don't even need to mess with the I can't pick it up. God damn. Alright, we'll be back. You don't need to pick up the broken shotgun if you're Jill and you get here with Barry to save you. But if you pick up the bazooka first, you're playing as Chris, this room will instantly kill you. Alright. Also, those doors that are supposed to mask the load times. Later versions of this game let you skip them, and I get it because you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to see that shit again. I fucked up. I should not be able to do that. I'll take it though. I feel like when you skip these, like this one little instant before you pop in the room where it's like, oh, what's this bullshit? I feel that's like really fucking important to the pacing of the game. It's kind of like how in Metroid when you shoot the door open and then it does a transition and the screen slides. You know what? Nah. Let's put the broken shotgun for a minute and let's go upstairs. And then we'll come back and get it. Or I could just get it now. Let me just get it now. Because if I go upstairs, I can use these keys and clear them out of my inventory. Technically, I should just leave the handgun, but Super Solver's Midnight Rescue. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Oh, reading comprehension. I could use some of that. I'm gonna look this game up. I don't have a way to look it up on screen right now, but yo, bear with me for a minute. Hang on. Yeah, give me a minute. We're gonna pull this shit out. Oh, not game capture. We don't want that. Yeah, let's take a look at this shit real quick. How do we get the audio to come through? Oh, I know. Here's what we'll do. Turn desktop audio back on for a minute. And then we will mute Resident Evil. Oh, look at me doing things on the fly. Alright, what do we got here? What is this? It's super loud. Is it still? Yeah, it's still super loud. I can see that. Oh shit! Is that the robot you were talking about? Yo, fucking got him. Frame 1. Oh, this is wild. This reminds me of, oh, what was the other one? Let me skip ahead. Let me see what the end of this game looks like. It's still the same hallway, huh? The Master of Mischief. And then he farts himself to death. What is this fucking game? Oh, that is kind of horrifying. That's crazy. I remember this one when I was a kid. Oh, let me show you the house. Yeah, look at this shit. We used to have this in the computer lab in school. And, you just get fucking decapitated and shit in this game, like... A limited resources survival horror, yeah. I think, like when they were doing like that King's Quest kind of shit, like these old parser adventure games, I think horror works really well for that type of game. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like what Resident Evil was doing with the walking around a certain spot and having to move shit. Instead of it being like, oh, take this rock from this ocean and bring it to that king. Like a small enclosed space where you're going back and forth in the same spots. But yeah, this is going to be a whole playthrough, so we're not going to see any deaths, but... Oh look, it's Resident Evil 7. Welcome to the family. Oh yeah, whatever. We get it. So yeah, that's that game. Yeah, we learn new things all the time on stream. Excellent. Yeah, we need to go shot that gun real quick. Yo, if you really like bats... Do you think Batman is like... when he tries to keep up with the gimmick, like, I don't want people knowing I'm Batman? Well, I should say downplay the gimmick, not keep up with it, but... Do you think he, like, is like, I gotta have no bats around me at any time when I'm Bruce Wayne? Like, I don't want pictures of bats, I don't want bat puns, I don't want to even talk about bats, just in case I slip up. Or do you think he's like, I gotta have, like, a masterful, specific amount of bats? Like, I know exactly that if I have, like, a picture of a bat up on the wall, but I don't make... Yeah, I don't play baseball, but I have, like, pictures of bats up in my office, then that's, like, enough where people will be like, okay, well, he's familiar with bats, but he's not, like, obsessed with them. Like, do you think he went crazy and, like, masked out that much of it? Actually, yo, do you want to see the ceiling crush me? Will it even let me? I could probably show that off real quick, make a save state. Yeah, throw him off the scent, but not too much, yeah. I feel like that's how I would fuck up if I had a secret identity. Oh, I actually can't pick it back up. Oh, well. If I had a secret identity, that's exactly how I would get figured out. Like, I would get doxxed. I would overcorrect so much, where I'd be like, don't even fucking talk to me about bats. Arkham crime? I have no idea. What are the statistics? Like, I would be that guy. No. Jill, you can kind of block entire spots out and then never have to return to them. Whereas Chris, you kind of have to go back and forth a little bit, which makes this hallway dangerous to Chris, but not to Jill. Because Jill can never have to come through here if she doesn't want to. She goes the first time and that's it. Cool thing about the dogs, though, they're really stupid. A dog does not activate and know you're there, no matter what you do, unless you shoot it or you are not behind it. So you can literally walk behind a dog as long as it's not facing you and it won't know you're there. Also in this game, a dog can't kill you if you're not facing it. So if you push yourself into a corner and you face the corner, the dog can't do its kill attack, where it jumps up and gooks your throat. Oh, I still got... Skill issue. Wow, I really put myself in danger trying to be funny. Whatever. Yeah, Jill, once she gets the, because she gets the bazooka, every zombie, she can just aim up and kill it instantly. So she can just take zombies out and not have to worry about them. Never have to, like, worry about running past them or anything like that. Alright, that ink ribbon was a trap. Oh, thank God. Yeah. You take your time, zombie. Ah! I can't believe that hit me. What did I get caught on? What is this? Nothing. I was gonna do a whole funny thing where I was gonna walk in a circle where the zombie couldn't get me, and then I goofed. Yeah, I like the idea of this guy just fucking hates bats. He must be compensating for something. Alright, so that room was a, I don't know if that was a net positive, but... I think in the interest of safety, I'm gonna go get some herbs. The way this game grades you is based entirely on if you survive to the ending, obviously. Is like, you know, that's what you want to do. You want to survive and beat the game, but the grading system is based on, I believe in the first game it's just how many times you save and how long it takes. It might even just be time. And then higher ranks gets you, I think there's some unlockables. You get the rocket launcher, you get the extra costumes. Oh, that's a bot. That's cool, we got bots pretending to be fucking people wanting to get added on Discord now. Well, anyway, yeah, some games, the first aid spray usage will affect your metric, so the idea is, like, don't ever use the first aid spray, but use the herb. This game does not do that, but I still don't bother using first aid sprays if I can avoid it. Because, you know what? I'm gonna leave that red there, I don't need it. But the time I am wasting to go back and get healing items would affect my grade at the end. Now, this shit's all unlocked. That's unlocked. I don't think I can get into the rooms upstairs yet anyway. Yup. doing shit out of order with Chris has me getting a little confused. We're mostly just cleaning up right now. I think the last thing I need to do is upstairs on the other side. Well, actually... Hey, we could take the top route. Everything's dead. Why risk it and run through the dogs again? I love your weed jokes, so I followed you. Yo, I had this one dude yesterday. I respect the hustle. It wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago, but... They were not a bot. But they came in and they were like, they followed the channel and they were like, hell yeah, man, I love what you're doing, great hustle. It was the first stream I had ever done since being back, and it was just... My mic was muted by accident, and for like 15 minutes, that's how I found out my mic was muted. They did the whole thing, like, yo, what other games do you play, man? I love the hustle, your streams are always so good, that's why I dropped you a follow. And then they were just like, yo, I do like custom overlays and graphics, man, follow me on Discord, hit me up. It was like the longest con. It was amazing. Oh, you know, we, yeah, let's put the handgun away for a minute. It's amazing that in this year of 2025 of our Lord and Savior, Twitch still cannot figure out how to get the spam to go away. But they will figure out new and interesting and aggravating ways to push ads. It's actually kind of funny, those bots, and they like want to chat with you and shit, but... It's like, I don't know, my channel's still getting a follow, so that's cool, I guess. You know what, I want to kick this dick out, because he pissed me off. I don't think this... Yeah, this door is unlocked. Okay. Yeah, it's really funny, because, you know, Twitch is crazy about their metrics, like YouTube is. So it sees an extra person in the chat chatting, and it sees somebody followed the account. So, like, you know, hooray on that behalf, but... Oh, there's no Zombo in here, though, huh? Look at that fucking guy. I love there being an empty fish tank in this room for the express purpose of being rigged to a switch inside a bug collection. Ooh, Alma. That's a reference made later in Resident Evil. Oh no, I got bit. Sorry, Martin Crackhorn. I like your name, though. And they keep a well-arranged desk. Good for them. Fuck yeah. Every shell counts. Later you're fighting hunters, they take like 3 or 4 shells each, so... I'm actually kind of cheating using the save states, too. Because the other layer of this, ink ribbons, are, to save the game, are a counted resource that you have to hold in your inventory. Meaning that's even more trips back and forth to the box to, put ink ribbons away if you're picking them up. So it's like, are you that baller where you're just like, I don't need to save my game, or are you gonna risk it for the biscuit? Yes, the lighter. Very tidy for a guy who last name Crackhorn, yeah. I like how much of this shit is like English terminology through the lens of people who don't speak English. Where they're like, Crackhorn's probably a dope name. I don't really need this red herb yet, but... Also, if I leave some herbs in some spots, like that dog area I didn't bother going into after unlocking the door, when I come back through and have to deal with hunters, I could always pick them up if I need them. But, okay, we got the lighter now. I should have came in here first. Oh, hey. It also kind of cracks me up that, this game, they explain all the puzzles and shit existing. Like, there's actually, like, lore to it where they're like, oh yeah, this whole thing, it's just a front for a lab, so it was designed to be obtuse in case anybody wandered into it, and the guy that, did it went OD, because he's a little crazy, so the guy designed it, the architect. So, like, they had, like, a whole reason for all these tricks and traps. And then RE2, they were like, well, fuck, why is the, police station gonna be like this? And there's like a one-line thing where they're like, oh, it used to be like an old museum or something like that, or an old bank. Which is like a very flimsy excuse, but they fuck it like they went with it. And then, RE3, there's like almost no excuse. And then they just kept losing it. Alright. Goodbye, armor key. Okay. I don't remember how to do this part. There's a trick where you can, run past this spot in such a specific way, which I'm going to try to do. And if you pause it on the right frame... I did it wrong. Oh, or he's just dead. Never mind. Okay. I guess because I took too long to get here, or maybe because, I don't know. There was probably a reason. Okay, when you play as Jill, and you run through here, you run onto this screen, there's a cutscene with him on the floor where he just got bit. It's fucking hilarious, but you have to wait through this whole cutscene, and then he goes, and he's like, oh, go get the serum, please. And it makes you exit this room. And then you have to go on a little side quest. And it takes forever. But if you run to this angle and you pause the game on just the exact frame when the cutscene starts, it skips the cutscene and then you can walk around while he's talking. But the camera doesn't change, so you'd be blind running this way and then running to here to get out of the room. And you could totally skip that part, another sequence break. But if you do it wrong, you'll soft lock the game and be stuck in this room. Which is amazing. I gotta practice some of these things and show them off on like a Jill run. Some of these things I only learned about recently because I was looking to do a video essay about this game. Yeah, there's a lot of really goofy shit in this game. Haha. I bet you missed those legs, buddy. Yeah, I think that's the best use of save states. It's like when you're just trying to casually show shit off. I actually look for opportunities to do it, but it very rarely will pop up. I'm kind of getting into the vibe too, because a lot of things when I try to like make like full playthroughs of things, I try to be like concise about it and know what I'm doing and be able to do things with minimal editing, which is not always possible. So sometimes I try to avoid the save states for that, but I think when the good balance is when you can do it on stream just in a fuck around way and then edit it later to look like you didn't. Oh, now they're just gonna give me all these fucking clips I don't want. Oh, I picked it up by accident. Whatever. Is there a guy in here? Nope. I might as well pick the other clip up now that I, did that. Yeah, a lot of shit I see on Twitch when it comes to some, especially these older games, it's either like people who like have never played it before and don't know what the fuck's going on, and it's like the reactions is what's interesting, or it's like people who have exhaustively played this game and they're just like in a hurry to show, like, to get through it and like show their skill. And, you know, you always run into the imposter syndrome where you're like, oh, well, I like this thing and I'm good at it, but I'm not as good at it as other people, or I'm not as informed. And it's kind of like, you know, some people don't like that, where it's like, why am I even going to make content? It's just going to be bloat. So I think I'm glad that there's people that enjoy, like, the casual, let me just show off a thing I like, that aspect of it. Were there bullets in here I didn't bother picking up? There's some shit with save states where it's like you can just completely annihilate any challenge a game would have, especially in the older games where they expected you to get game over and start over and then like learn through repetition. But I think a lot of that too is like, how much of that do you want to invite? Famous Strider 2 on the PS1 is an amazing fucking game, and it's like an old arcade styled like platformer, like action game, and it looks beautiful. It's like Capcom pushing the PS1. 2D sprites for characters, all the stages and the bosses are these big 3D models, and the camera does all this cool shit. And then the game magazines fucking lambasted it, slashed that game to bits. And they were just like, why the fuck would you want to play this game? It's got unlimited continues. There's no challenge. You're going to beat this game immediately and then never play it again, bro. So, like, it totally got screwed with the review scores. And then you're like, just don't fucking do that. Like, if it has unlimited continues, like, limit it. Be like, I'm only going to use 3 continues. Or practice a no-death run, you know? Like, they made it out like they gave the game, like, low replay value, because you could just beat it in one sitting, but it's like, you don't want to just beat the game and then never play it again. That's not the point. The point is you're supposed to, like, you know, replay the game. So, you know, play through it with infinite continues, learn how the game works. Can I just run past? Yeah, I don't care about you guys. And then go back and replay it and challenge yourself to play it different ways. I love that idea of, like, people finding their own fun. Like, you can set your own difficulty level. And a lot of these games had that built in just by nature of how they were designed. And then people just don't notice. Oh, this the end of life. Don't push that picture yet. My favorite story about my experiences with this game is this room. From Cradle to Grave. So that got translated differently originally, and they had to change it. I think they fixed it for Director's Cut. So this was a little obtuse originally, but I remember a relative of mine, I think it was my aunt's, the lady she was seeing at the time, had this game, was playing it when I was like a little kid, and I wasn't like, I didn't own a PlayStation yet, so I wasn't like an expert at this shit and hyperfixated. It was when I knew I loved this game, but they had gotten this far, and they had a save right here. And they were like, I don't know what to do in this room. They were playing as Joe. They had the bazooka, they had the shotgun, all this ammo. And they're like, I can't figure it out. I hit any of these, I hit the switch at the end, and the birds attack me. If I come in here and I attack the birds, like, I can't kill all the birds. They just come at me. So we were, like, brainstorming all this shit. Like, okay, what if you come in the room and you immediately aim at the bird and shoot the bazooka? Or how many birds can you take out with the shotgun? Like, all this shit. And we kept dying in this spot. And what we didn't realize, which is very basic, as you can clearly see already by me running back and forth, these birds will never attack you. The only time they attack you is when you fuck this puzzle up. And it's like, you know, you run out of the room, you gotta reset it. Except, if you fire a gun, all these birds freak the fuck out. See? They'll never bother you otherwise. We sat here for like an hour trying all these strategies to kill all these birds. And there was literally no reason to do it. Anyway, let's do this puzzle. I don't remember which one of these are which, so we're going to have to read them. If you're following along at home, I'm sure you can figure out what this puzzle is. Yeah, firing a gun does freak birds out, right? Now this is a puzzle that has been brought back in multiple Resident Evil games with different spins put on it, which is pretty funny to me. There are actually a lot of things that this game does that later Resident Evil games will try to do again, and some of them do it in a good way, and some of them do it in a very, very poor, lazy way. This is one of the ones that I don't think they've ever done wrong. I think this is in Code Veronica as well, and RE4 has a take on it. Alright, I think it's Lively Boy. Another trope is the shotgun on the wall. Alright, I hit Newborn, I hit Infant, I hit Lively Boy, right? It's probably going to be Young Man next, but I just want to see what this is bold looking or tired old. Okay. Yo. Now we gotta hit bold looking old man. Fucking Santa Claus, by the way. They got clip art of Santa Claus on the wall. I hit no. Whoops. Alright, assuming while I was not paying attention, I hit all the right things, trying to talk and play at the same time. Either these birds are going to attack me, or I'm going to get an item when I hit the switch. And what I really love about this... I fucked up. Okay, never mind. I'll try that one more time. Oh, goddamn. That's the first time I've gotten that wrong in maybe like 20 years. Okay. Take two. Newborn baby. Infant. Lively Boy, right? That's the one I forgot. Alright, well I totally just killed a cool moment by fucking it up first, but at least you get to see what happens. So the part that I was going to say was that after you get this part and you hit the switch and you're like, shit, did I get it right? I hope I got it right. Did I fuck it up twice? What am I doing wrong? Oh no, it's all going to hell. Watch, I'm in danger, right? Alright. Take 2. Take 3. We're really going to look at it this time first. Alright. Cradle the grave. Tired middle-aged man. I wasn't reading them. Okay. Newborn baby. I thought it was a tired-looking old man. It's funny, there are novelizations of these games done by S.D. Perry that has explanations for some of these dumb things. And, like, you know, they tried to add a little extra lore, you know, tried to make a little more of a story and less of a game thing. And they wrote this whole explanation out that this bar that the birds are standing on, the light fixture, is electrified. So that when you hit the wrong switch, it electrocutes the birds and freaks them out and makes them attack you. And I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, did I do it right this time? So the thing I was going to say was it's cool that the music starts up again. Because it gives you like this moment of, oh shit, did I do something wrong? But that's also more effective in the first time you do it and not the third time. Alright, so I don't even need to go get shit for fucking... I don't have to get serum for Richard, because he's just dead, which is great. Great news for me. Let's put the lighter back up there, keep our crests together. Well, I guess we could just go fucking deal with the snake. The snake's another great moment in game design, where they worked with the limitations of this game. Well, before we do the snake, we gotta do the dumbest puzzle in the game. So you first see this puzzle and you're like, that's fucking dumb. There's 2 statues right next to 2 holes in the floor and then a button. Right, something in there. So obviously you're like, okay, I guess I hit the button and the case opens up. But then you're like, obviously there's 2 vents here. So I'm probably supposed to just fucking... Well, let me make a save state. Let me show. It's pretty funny. I don't think you could exit the room. Right? Oh no! Poison gas. Okay, I can just exit the room. That's funny. In the remake, they made it where the door locks and you die, I think. So, like, okay, obviously, I guess I just have to, push the shit on top of it. Which, actually, you know what I wonder? You know, this would be a good spot to try this. Yeah, let's fuck it, let's do it. I think I cannot remember, because obviously you're supposed to put the statue over the grate, and that stops it. Can you just do that after you hit the switch, or does it just lock and that's it? Yeah, whatever. This is a stream of discovery. That's it, huh? You could just stop it. But now this is locked, so you can't, yeah. Okay, cool. Now, one more dumb fun thing to show you. Because you look at this puzzle now, like I said, and you're like, that's pretty dumb. It's so obvious. But another cool little funny thing that you'll never have to interact with normally in this room is that if you push the statue onto the switch by accident, maybe not, maybe... Okay, never mind, that's just the remake. I was going to say, if you push the switch onto it by accident, it will affect the switch because of weight being pushed on it. And there are puzzles later where you have to do this, and the geometry of the room is more fucked up, making it more difficult. And then you actually have to worry about hitting that switch. But I am clearly misremembering. I was going to say that this is a cool little tutorial room for a puzzle that comes up later, but no, it's really just a useless room. A cool thing that's added to the Arrange game that we're not playing is that one of these crests is broken in half and you have to find two pieces of it and put it back together. Oakley dokley. Alright, so Snake Boss. Snake Boss is cool. Snake Boss is coming up. In the attic. This room's laid out in such a way. I'm actually gonna fuck this up, I'm sure. So let me, save here. I'm gonna try to do it first, and then I'm gonna explain it afterwards. Remember the tank controls, right? See, oh, I fucked up. Yep. Alright, so that was intentional, just to show it off. That's what we're going with. So I'm poisoned, so automatically now after this, something's gonna happen. If I run through here without getting bit, I can skip it. But you have to run through here, pick this shit up, and get the fuck out of the room. You could fight the snake, and it'll go away after a while. Cool. Hey, look, it's gonna eat me. Cool, right? Alright, so I'm gonna try to do it again in a minute, but what happens with the snake is you could stop and fight and, you know, get poisoned, and because there's like no way you're going to be able to pump enough ammo into that thing to kill it. Well, you can't kill it. It's going to escape. It goes away when you do enough damage. There's no way you can do that without it hitting you and you wasting a bunch of ammo and then you're poisoned. And then that changes the next part of this. If you're poisoned, you got to go and do a serum thing, and if you're not, you don't have to. So you can run in, grab that crest, and get the fuck out. And that's how you can do that part. And the snake is designed in such a way where it can't really move around well. Just like you can't. So it tries to wrap you up in its giant clunky hitbox. And that's how it makes it, you just saw like I had trouble getting around and past it. I did it again. I'll try this one more time. And the idea is that's what catches you. So you have to plot it just a certain way to get around quick and get in and out. That was a very roundabout way of saying that. When I'm not saying it live and I script it out, it'll sound better. I made the same fucking mistake again. That's alright, let me just get the crest and go. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 when people play this, they get stuck back here. On that, Come on, buddy. You ain't getting me. You ain't gonna kill me today. Alright, I'll get poison. I'll come back for those shells in a minute. If you zig and zag properly and you space yourself well, you can bait the snake out and then run past and grab it and not get caught. But if you fuck around and you dilly-dally, you'll get caught in that L-shaped spot, and the snake will have a guaranteed kill on you. That's what I was trying to say while I was playing,
I'm sure
but
the serum must be there. I'll be right back.
now I gotta play as Rebecca, which sucks. If you're playing as Jill, you have to go and make serum first for Richard. And then when you come back here, if the snake poisons you and you fight it, Barry will come and save you and bring you to the save room. And you get to... It takes more time, so it fucks up if you're speedrunning. But it, guarantees safety. Now with Chris, Richard's just dead, so, you know, fuck him, big deal. But now I have to do this whole thing to play as Rebecca to go bring Chris the serum after I make it. Basically, the long and short of it is, if you don't get bit, you save time. Chris saves more time because he never has to make the serum. Alright, will I get puked on here? Yup. Always once. Twice. Just once, okay. I gotta figure out how to get past that one guy. Oh, I probably won't be here when you're done showering unless you turbo shower, but it was nice talking to you, punk. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Well, who knows, maybe I'll be inclined to keep playing. We'll see. I was only supposed to be on for an hour, but... But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Damn, I guess I was wrong. Zombies can bite in that room. Yeah, I suppose the snake and the serum would be a good spot to stop, actually. The demo of this game actually ends when you get to the snake, so that's funny. I don't think putting up a 2-hour-long playthrough video on YouTube is going to do good for my numbers, but I do like this weird giant bomb quick look thing I seem to be doing by accident. Damn, bro, you good? You look faded.
You all right?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
My head is killing me.
I think you will be all right because I gave you a shot. But please be careful.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
Awkward.
I'm glad I could help. I'm glad I could help.
I just still got it. Thank you, punk. That means a lot to me. Bye, Richard. Alrighty, I think I've done pretty much everything I need to do in this mansion. And it is time to leave. So we'll make a save state, and we're in the save room, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna go through shells so quickly when I come back here and the hunters show up. And I'm just hoping I didn't waste too many shells on zombies I shouldn't have shot. But I think we'll be alright. I don't think it's that tight.